Good morning, everyone. My name is Bruce Malaudi, and welcome back to Sonnet Institute of Technology. This is the Redhat Enterprise Linux video course, and specifically for the EX200 exam. This is module 1.2. In this module, I'll show you how to create a Linux server or client inside GNS3. We'll be using the Redhat Enterprise Linux 7.0, which is the exam requirement. And if Redhat has to change to Enterprise 7.1 or 7.2, that will be publicly announced on their official website. But at this point of time, we'll stick to the Enterprise 7.0. As for the Redhat server, we will need at least hard disk space of 20 gigabytes. We'll be using the file system XFS or X4. We need at least 2 gig of RAM, but you can do away with 1 gig of RAM. We need one network interface card, and we'll be installing the GUI. On the Redhat client, you need at least 3 hard drives. The main hard drive will be at least 4 or 5 gigabytes of free space. The second hard drive should have at least 1 gig. The third drive will have at least 2 gigabytes. In this VM, we'll be using only X4 file system. You need at least 1 gig of RAM, but you can do away with 512 megabytes. You need one network interface card, and we don't need any GUI on this virtual machine. And please note that if we need more interface cards, this can be easily be added later on, especially in the RHC exam course. So let's switch on to GNS3 and start installing the server. This is GNS3, and if I like to add the server, I just have to click here, new appliance template, and I'm using GNS3 ROU, so I'll say add QEMU virtual machine. I select that, I press OK, and it's asking me which server to run on, so I'll select run the QEMU VMware on the GNS VMware. So that's what I selected right now. I click next. I need to give this a name, so I will call it, let me just call it a server. Click next. It's asking me how much RAM do I need to assign. I'll give it 2 gig, that will be 2048 megabytes. On the QEMU binary, I'm using 64-bit of Windows, so I need to change this value to 64-bit. Yeah. Then click next. It's asking me what image you would like to use. So since this is a new template, so I have to click new image and then click create right here. It's asking me what I want to create to, so leave that as a default. That will be QCOW2. Leave it as a default. So click next. Here just click next, leave that as a default, and you can leave that as a default as well. You just have to change the disk size right here. So we need 20 gigabytes, so I will say 20,000 megabytes. That will be 20 gigs. I'll click finish and click finish. Okay, now right here the server template has been created, and we can see that CPUs, it has got 1, memory, it has been assigned 2 gig RAM, network adapters 1. So I need to add my ISO image which I'll boot from. So I'll click edit right here. And on the console type, I will choose VNC instead of Telnet. Then I can leave the rest as default. On the hard drive, since I'm installing the server, I don't need to change anything right here. But if you are installing the client, since the client needs at least 3 hard drives, so this will be your first hard drive, your second hard drive will come under here, your third hard drive here. So if I would like to install a second hard drive, I just have to click here and then do the process, click next, and then assign the disk space. But at this point of time, I'll press exit or cancel. So since I'm running, I would like to install the server, I don't need multiple hard drives, so I'll leave that as default. On the CD DVD, I just need to browse to the ISO image. Therefore, I'll click browse and scroll down to where my image is, and scroll down the Redhat server, this one here, say open. So what it will do, it's gonna upload to the remote GNS3 server. So through the magic of editing, I will pause the video and resume once it has finished uploading, because it will take a while. I'll see you when I come back. Welcome back. The ISO image has been uploaded to the remote GNS3 server. So I just have to press OK and click edit again. I forgot to do something here under the network. That's where you change your adapters, network adapters. So I'll leave as default as 1, which only need 1 network adapter. Under advanced settings, we need to click uncheck use as linked base VM. Why are we unchecking? It's because since we are installing this for the first time, we would like the changes to be permanent, and once we are satisfied and happy with our VM, and then we can check it again. So for now, uncheck that and click OK and OK. So if I click here and look for my server, here it is. Here is my server. So I just have to do that. So the red dot means that the server is off, and right now it's off. So if I right click, I can switch it on by clicking here, or I can switch the play button, click the play button on top here. So I just have to say right click and play, and double click to start the console. So here is the console, and I have to install the Redhat. So I select install Redhat Enterprise Linux 7. Let me stretch this window. Okay, the system is booting. Okay, at this screen you'll be asked your language, so you just have to choose your language. I'll choose English South Africa, and scroll down, there is continue. I'll click continue. From this point, you need to create your partitions, and as for the server, you don't need to do manual partitions. You can select as automatic partitions. The manual partitions will be done when installing the client, so I just have to select, then scroll up here, click done, and on the packages right here, software selection, I need to select all the modules, so I will install server with GUI and select all the modules because this will act as a server. So this will be a mail server, a YAML repository, a file server, you name it. So I just have to select all the modules because I might need them at a later stage. Okay, once you select your modules, then you click done on the top left corner. Then it will take you back to this main screen. So it will check it for checking for software dependencies. Once it's done, you can click begin installation right here. Okay, it is done. It has finished checking the dependencies. Now I can click begin installation. Okay, it's installing. I'm requested for root password, so I can click on that. My root password is for the purpose, I can use weak password because it's a virtual environment, no security concerns, so I just have to say done, and I need to create a user here, so I can click that. Full name, that will be Bruce Malaudzi. Okay, username, I can change that to Bruce, and the password, I can use a weak password, doesn't matter because this is a virtual environment. And repeat the password again. Okay, so I have to click done. I have to click twice. Okay, so now it's installing, and through the magic of editing, I will pause the video again and come back when it has finished installing. After the installation is complete, you just have to click reboot. The system will reboot. As it's rebooting, this time the system will reboot from the hard drive, not from the DVD. you are prompted to accept the license. You just have to click on that and accept the license agreement, then you click on done, then you scroll down, click finish configuration. On this welcome screen, you just have to scroll down and click forward, and you may click no, I prefer to register at a later time, then click finish. Okay, on the final stage, your system is fully installed. As you can see, I'm prompted to log in, so I can log in if I want to and enter my secret password. Okay, the system is fully installed, and I just have to confirm my language, and the default on my side it's English South Africa, so I'll click next and select English South Africa, click next and click start using Redhat. So my system is fully installed, and I can cancel that welcome screen. If I want to start the terminal, I can right click anywhere on the desktop and start the terminal. Okay, here I am on the terminal. If I want to expand that, I can do this. Alright, here I am on the terminal. I'm logged in now as root. Who am I? I am root. Basically, this is how you install the Redhat server inside GNS3. And as for the YAM repository, you can do this since you have your CD still mounted inside your system. Here's our DVD mounted right here, and so we can copy all the contacts into our local file system. It can be under it can be under var FTP, or we can send it to var/ww. That will be the Apache directories. So for your YAM repositories, you just have to copy the DVD contents and dump them into your file system, and then point to that. So your client, if they want to request for YAM, they just have to use network access to your server. So if I am satisfied with this, and I just have to close this window and shut down the VMware. So I'll just right click and say stop. Once I shut down the VMware, I'll simply have to right click on my template, click configure template, go to advanced settings, and now we can click use as linked base VMware, say OK. So what does that mean? It means that for future topologies, this template server will use that template which we have just installed. So for example, if I need to create a topology of 3 servers, that would be 1, 2, 3, and I can add a switch. Here's my switch, and then I can interconnect them. So this is how you install your Redhat server or client. So here we go, they are interconnected and they can be on the same network domain. So in the next video I will explain to you how to configure the Redhat client, but basically this is how you do it on the server side. On the client I just show you how to add those second or third hard drive. I hope this has been informative, and I would like to thank you for watching.